What is up, everybody? It's Grim. So today I'm going to be making a video that I've wanted to make for quite a while, but I didn't know when to make it. And since I'm running out of ideas, now's the time, boys. So today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 anime of all time and why they are my top 10. I might do this in order, I might not do this in order, but I mean, there's a clear number one, and I'll do like the top 3 in order, but I think the rest of them I'm just going to put out of order because they're kind of all equal in my opinion. I like them each in their own way. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. So for number 10, and I don't want to number them necessarily, but I'm just going to number them for whatever, for, I don't know, easy sake, to make it easier on the mind. So the first anime I'm going to be talking about is Dr. Stone. Now, I recently made a review on Dr. Stone Season 2, and why I thought it was pretty good. And one of the reasons why Dr. Stone is my favorite anime, or one of my favorite animes I should say, is because it ties in science nicely with anime. It ties in a nice world building aspect, and in fact that's the main reason why I like it, is because of the amazing world building in this show and manga, and because of the characters, because of the different references that it makes from time to time. Every reason that you can think of for what a good anime is, except for a couple minor things. But I think Dr. Stone overall is one of the better anime out there right now. The voice acting is very good, the plot is very good, it has its share of emotional moments, of funny moments, of everything that you could want in an anime, and I believe that's what you have to look for in an anime. But Dr. Stone does the science thing so well in its own way that I've never seen an anime before. Something that Cells of Work tried to pull off, but Cells of Work is more of an educational anime than an actual anime. And I think Dr. Stone did this very well with the educational aspect. So moving on to number 9 is Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen is definitely way higher on this list, but I just decided to put it down here for now because, whatever reason, I haven't finished the first season. I haven't finished the last episode. I've watched everything except for episode 24, which I should do. I just haven't had the time to get to it. So I'm probably gonna do that sometime, maybe this weekend or something. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the few anime that has actually really impressed me recently. There have been very few anime in the current season that have actually impressed me to this degree. Now, in the beginning, I was like, okay, it's good, it's alright, it's a basic shonen for the most part. And then the animation kicks in, I'm like, ooh, this is getting good. And then episode 19, oh, Toto and the fight and Hanami, or is it Hanami? I don't remember the flower demon's name, but whatever that is, absolutely insane fight, absolutely insane cinematics, a great plot, great characters, great development. Overall, setting the tone for an amazing anime, and I can't wait to see what's next. In fact, I just started picking up the manga, which is for some reason hard to find, just like Chainsaw Man is fitting to be. But overall, I think Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the few shonen anime that are this good this season. So, with that being said, moving on to the next big season, like current season show, would be Attack on Titan. And now I know this shouldn't be controversial at all, this opinion, but there are a couple people that don't think Attack on Titan is one of the best anime of all time, and I highly disagree. I could definitely say that the fandom ruins it, but I would never go as far to say it's overrated. There are some shows, and I'm not naming names, but that are, you know, not good to watch. I don't like some certain shows, some certain shonens that have toxic fan bases. I mean, my guy, I'm not naming names, but I just think Attack on Titan's fanbase ruins the entire anime, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, the plot and the characters, in a way, resurrect it, so it makes up for it in the plot and everything and the characters. And I do think that Levi is a little overrated, not to say that he isn't daddy, but I'm just saying, so far, Attack on Titan has been an absolute masterpiece, and I don't think anything is overrated about it. And the openings are bangers too. The endings are sometimes bangers, depends on what season. The characters are all amazing. The plot is an amazing plot that you haven't seen in any anime before, which is really insane. It takes the Promised Neverland aspect and just evolves it to a whole nother degree, which I think the Promised Neverland was trying to do with its manga and anime, but clearly the anime took a turn for the worse. I don't know about the manga, I have to read that. But yeah, I think Attack on Titan is doing an amazing job with their story, and the animation studio is doing amazing, and I don't think people should be saying otherwise. So for number 7, I'd probably have to say, so far for what I've seen, and I haven't finished it, is One Piece. I am around episode 110, I believe. I'm just about to end the Alabasta arc, which I think is an amazing show. I think One Piece is a great show. I don't think it's as insane as people say it is. I definitely wouldn't call it better than Attack on Titan, but it is still one of my favorites because I like the long road trip anime, and the fact that it is 900 episodes definitely does make it a long road trip anime. And so I think a lot of people look at the episode count and they go, oh, well, this is too big, or oh, it gets good after episode 892, which I do think that a lot of One Piece fans actually do say that. But I like how it's kind of a ride, and the fact that it is 900 episodes, and that's why I like it. That's not the only reason I like it, but that's one of the main reasons, because I do like the long road trip animes, and I know a lot of people don't like that trope, and I think that's fine. I just don't think that either side should get too mad when one says it's great. I don't think the One Piece fan should be going, it's so good, oh, it's Luffy's so cool. But I don't think the other side should be going like, oh, it sucks, because the fan base can definitely ruin some shows, but I think I'd rather take the Dragon Ball and One Piece fan bases over. So yeah, next anime that I want to talk about really quick is number 6, which would be Dorohedoro. Now, I did a review on this a while back, and for some reason it's sitting at 7 out of 10 on my anime list. I don't know why I have it that low, and I'm just changing it right now. But holy crap, was that first season amazing. It got me to buy the manga, which a lot of anime usually don't do, but I usually do buy the manga for some. This one was just so insane to the point where I did actually buy the manga. But overall, I think you have to watch it. It's a little more of a cyberpunk anime. I already made a review on it, so I don't want to go too much into detail about it. But yeah, next anime I want to talk about, number 5, which is Weathering with You. Now, we're getting to the point where I have to get to my top 5, and I'm just going to go from order, I guess, on here on out. Maybe. I don't know if I can actually go in order, because I think some of them that I put below might not be. So I'm just going to say top 3 are going to be in order. So Weathering with You, I believe, is actually better than Your Name. I know, very unpopular opinion. I enjoyed Your Name, but not as much as Weathering with You. I think Weathering with You is one of the few movies that has done this much. To me, like, I mean, it didn't make me depressed like a lot of other anime movies do, or like, I don't know, sad anime, Bunny Girl Senpai, but stuff like Weathering with You is just insane. I had the Steelbook and I pre-ordered it, and I've never pre-ordered an anime movie before on Blu-ray, let alone Steelbook, and it's just so good because the animation is amazing. I wouldn't read the manga, I honestly wouldn't, because that takes away half of the good aspect from it, which is the animation. The animation is absolutely beautiful. It is one of the best animated movies I have ever seen, probably the best. Also, the artist, the animator, I can't remember his name, but he also did Your Name, right? He does an insane job with the animation. He definitely has a passion for what he's doing. And not only that, but the characters are great. I'm not gonna lie, the plot is kind of basic, but the animation and the environments make this movie so beautiful that you just can't skip out on it, and that's why it's in my top 10, is because it just looks so amazing. So, the next anime that I want to talk about, which is gonna be number 4 on this list, is Domestic Girlfriend. So, Domestic Girlfriend is an anime that I don't see too many people talk about, which is kind of sad because it's so good, and I don't understand why people don't like it if they have seen it. Because I went into this anime thinking, like, I remember seeing Giguk and just, like, his review on it, and of course he loves it, right? But I didn't know that at the time, and he was, like, talking out trash about, like, how it's such a garbage anime, and how, like, everybody's saying it's such a garbage anime. And so I went into this thinking, oh, this is going to be a 1 out of 10, I'm not going to like this at all. And I came out going, this is like, at least a 9. And I've never went into an anime and thought it would be terrible and it comes out amazing. Because there have been some anime that I've seen that I thought were going to be great, but came out terrible. And so I think Domestic Girlfriend is one of the few anime that do something so weird but so acceptable at the same time. Another will be my number 1, which I think we all know what my number 1 is, but I'm just hinting at it, right? Alright, number 3. Here's where I'm going to get into the chronological order of things, and we're going to start this chronological order off with Bunny Girl Senpai. Now, if you haven't seen Bunny Girl Senpai, it is nothing of what it sounds like. It's going to sound very weird, but it's something that I haven't seen any anime do in recent times. And I remember a lot of people originally thinking, oh, it's just going to be this, you know, bunny girl generic, I don't know, ecchi anime, right? And it's anything but that. It's a really great story, really great characters. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's basically about this girl and a bunch of other girls that have this thing called puberty syndrome, and they basically get like different things, I guess, happen to them. For example, the first scroll becomes invisible, and the third one duplicates. So yeah, it's like Piccolo style, like one good side, one bad side. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought that anime did a lot of things in a good way. Tacky things that no anime has really done before. Moving on from number 3 to number 2 is Death Note. Now, Death Note is one of the few anime that I can say with 100% certainty that I will never change the 10 out of 10 ranking on it. It is one of my favorite animes. It is one of the few animes that I can call a masterpiece without a doubt in my mind. And it's because of the way that the author and the writers and whoever works on it portrays one single character in the show, that being Light Yagami. Every other character does not matter. And now, sure, some of them are good, like Ryuk is an amazing character. I think he's an amazing comedic relief character, because you get those sometimes and they stick out like a sore thumb. Like, I think Ryuji is one of the characters, and I love Persona 5, but Ryuji is one of those characters that doesn't blend too out the story. And I mean, he blends in, right? But he kind of sticks out, right? He kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. He's just there. And I think that Ryuk makes sense that he's there, but he's still funny. And that's something that so few media, games, anime do, that I just never see happen. And it's great that Ryuk is a great comedic relief character. I think Ryuk is one of the best comedic relief characters, if not the best, in any anime or media in general. And now, the real reason why Death Note is a masterpiece, and I'll say right now, the second half of Death Note is a bit iffy. That I might change if I could rate the 2 arcs separately. I might put that at a 9 or maybe even an 8, because I don't like Nier and I don't like Mello. But overall, the show and Light Yagami as a character are insane, and I could go on talking for hours about this, which I will do in the future when I rewatch Death Note, which I'm currently doing right now. So look out for that video. You know, subscribe, click the notification bell. Maybe you know, maybe I don't know. If you want to know, if you want to see it. So yeah, and then the final number 1 on my anime list, or I don't even know if it is on my, I don't know. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to put the pun in there, dude. Is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, I think this does not come as any surprise to anybody when I say JoJo's is my favorite anime of all time. I think this is one of the few that everybody just kind of like. I know a lot of other people wouldn't put it as number 1, but if you know me, you know that JoJo is my favorite anime. Without a doubt, it's my favorite anime of all time. The characters, the parts, the OST, the voice acting, the writing, the art, everything about JoJo's is perfect, and I could not ask for more. Now, I'm hoping that David Productions does not screw up Stone Ocean, or Steel Ball Run, or JoJolion. Now, I haven't read Steel Ball Run or JoJolion, but in the future, when I don't know, I'm probably going to watch the anime first, unless it turns out to be garbage. I hope they don't screw them up. With that being said, JoJo's so far is my favorite anime, because not only is everything perfect in the plot-wise, in any animation-wise, in art-wise, every other traditional aspect that you can ever think of, but it always touches the viewer in some way, always relates to the viewer in some way. It always does something that no anime has ever done before or ever could do. What other anime could you say has a century-long bond between stepbrothers, yet also has a bond of, also has like elements of being extremely weird, such as licking cherries for like 15 seconds, and this. Yeah, I mean, like, for a true masterpiece to have stuff like this in it is actually weird. It's so weird that I don't know. I mean, it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know what you're supposed to expect. But I think that's one of the coolest things about JoJo is the fact that it can be weird. And Araki can do anything, such as having dinosaurs, Jesus Christ, the President of the United States, and a race, a crippled man, and some, like, energy, and a literal, like, shield monster in the same freaking story. That is so cool. Like, I know some anime, like Dragon Ball Z, can have a guy that transforms with a bunch of different hair colors, and a green Namekian that can fire beams out of his fingertips. But what other anime can have literal Jesus Christ? I mean, I guess Saint Youngman could, but Jesus Christ and the President of the United States and a cripple man and all this stuff that I'm talking about, man. It is truly insane. So yeah, if you haven't watched JoJo's, I would definitely recommend it, as my entire channel is pretty much based around JoJo's. I mean, look at my profile picture currently, look at my channel banner currently. It is insane. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know how long this video is going to be because I'm probably going to edit a lot out of it, but yeah, thank you guys so much for the support for the past couple weeks. We are 15 subs away from 100, which would be an insane milestone to hit. Now again, I don't want to plug the subscribe thing. I'm trying to get away from that because I'm getting out of the 100 range where I'm going to be putting the recommended feet more often. So yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting it, liking, and doing whatever. But yeah, let me know if there's any ideas that you have, and I'll see you next time.